This is Pastor Vlad Savchuk at the Center of Life Summer Camp here in Washington State. And I have a wonderful young man here who has a really amazing story to share of the goodness of God in his life. Could you start out by telling us your name and where are you from?
My name is Dan Knanahan. I'm originally from Ukraine, but currently live in Spokane, Washington.
And Dan, could you tell us what was the problem that you were facing in your life?
I had a hard addiction to alcohol, smoking, and drugs.
And could you go into a little bit of detail of how addicted you were, how long have you had this addiction, and how did it affect your life?
Well, I've been addicted to smoking for about 7 years. I've been addicted to alcohol for about 5 years, and drugs I've been doing for about 3 to 4 years.
Okay. And how did these addictions affect your life?
They caused many problems, such as my family was turned against me. My dad kicked me out 3 times out of the house, and I was failing school. I didn't really see a point of life. Basically, I didn't want to. There was nothing for me to strive for.
So your father actually kicked you out of the house for 3 times.
Yes.
And you failed school. How many classes did you, or how many years did you fail?
I failed 2 years of high school.
So 2 years of high school, you completely failed?
Yes.
All because of this addiction?
All because of drugs and alcohol and stuff.
Where were you in search of solution for this problem?
I've tried calling it cold turkey for a couple of days. It worked, and I went back to the same thing.
Cold turkey meaning you would try to stop on your own?
Yes.
And it would only last for a few days, and after a few days you will relapse and
Yes.
go back? Okay. And so what happened a few years ago when Evangelist Gary and Fiona came with the anointing water to the area of Spokane?
What happened was, it was around 4 years ago, and my mom told me about it. I didn't know about it, and she asked me out of respect to her to come there and just listen what they have to say. So I came there, and I thought it was a good sermon. I was a little bit buzzed on alcohol. And
Meaning buzzed, meaning you were
I was
under influence, you were drunk?
Yes.
Okay.
So I went there, I listened, I thought it was a good sermon. So the next day I go to school, to high school, to see my friends, and they asked me if I want to get a smoke or a beer. And for some reason I told them that I'm quitting, and they thought I was crazy. I mean, after doing it for so many years, they thought I'm never going to quit.
Did you actually try to use the drugs and smoking after you received the prayer? Like the next day?
Well, I haven't received the prayer that night. It was just a sermon.
Oh, okay.
But I took a cigarette. I don't want to light it, but then I felt like I don't really want to smoke, which never happened before.
Okay. So just by sitting in the service, you already felt like the desire for it was already being defeated in you. You no longer had the desire before. So you came for the next